Hello children, today we are going to learn a new chapter in history. History and the concept of time. The points that we are going to learn is division of time and the timeline, measurement of time and methods of measuring time, historical periods, scientific methods of measuring time and establishing age. Division of time and the timeline. Time is continuous, it doesn't wait for anyone. But for our convenience, we divide it into periods. For example, at sunrise, we say it is morning. Now the day has begun. At sunset, we say it is evening. And soon, at the end of the day, it becomes dark and it is night. This means that we divide the day into two parts, day and night. Our Earth rotates around its axis at a certain speed and it also revolves around the Sun. The Sun has its own light. We receive light from the Sun. However, we see light only in daytime. Nights are dark. So, how does this happen? As the Earth rotates around its axis, the part of its surface which turns towards the Sun becomes bright. The part that moves away from the Sun moves into darkness. The Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation around its own axis. These 24 hours are divided into 12 hours of daytime and 12 hours of night. A period of daytime and night together make one day. Children, can you all tell me how many days are there in a week? Yes, right. There are 7 days in a week, from Monday to Sunday. So, Monday to Sunday makes 1 week. 2 weeks make a fortnight. 4 weeks make a month. 12 months make a year. In this manner, we reckon time in bigger and bigger units. 1 year is followed by another. And when 100 years go by, a century is completed. When 10 centuries, that is, 1000 years are gone, a millennium is completed. Such a method of dividing time is known as a unilinear division of time. Common Era, Christian Era. In the unilinear division of time, years that follow one after the other are arranged in serial order. In history books also, a chain of events that follow one after the other is presented in a linear and serial manner. For this, usually we refer to the Common Era, that is Christian Era, written in short as CE or AD, that is Anno Domini, which means in the year of our Lord. The first 100 years, that is, the first century of this era, is written as 1 to 100 CE or 1 to 100 AD. The period of the first millennium of this era is written as 1 to 1000 CE or 1 to 1000 AD. Time before the Common or Christian Era. The period before the Common Era is known as the time before Common Era. That is in short BCE or before Christ BC. The years of this period are counted and written in reverse order. The first century before the Common Era began at the year 100 BCE. and ended with 1 BCE. Similarly, the first millennium before the Common Era began at the year 1000 BCE and ended with the year 1 BCE. So the first century before the Common Era indicated as 100 to 1 BCE, and the first millennium before the Common Era is indicated as 1000 to 1 BCE. Now let us look at some examples. The lifetime of Vardhaman Mahavir is written as 599 BC to 527 BC, and the lifetime of Gautam Buddha is written as 563 BC to 483 BC. Now we will learn about measurement of time and methods of measuring time. The following are the units of measuring time: seconds, minute, hour, day, week, fortnight, month, year, century, and millennium. 60 seconds is 1 minute. 60 minutes is 1 hour. 24 hours is 1 day. 7 day is 1 week. 2 weeks is 1 fortnight. 2 fortnight, 30 or 31 days, is 1 month. 12 months is 1 year. 100 years is 1 century. 110 century is 1 millennium. All these are the units of measuring time. Of these, the Common or Christian era is used widely for measuring time. Students, how we indicate a day? Particular day is indicated by writing the date of that day. The date consists of the serial number of that day followed by the date, month and year. The date, month and year are in serial order. For example, 28th May 2020, or it can also be written as 27/5/2020. Christian era began in memory of Jesus Christ. It is an age-old custom to start a new age to commemorate a special event. First, coronation of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj started Rajya Abhishek Shaka in 1674 to commemorate his coronation. Second, migration of Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Medina started Hijri era. The Hijri era is the era used in the Islamic lunar calendar, which begins its count from Islamic New Year in 622 CE. Now the next is Shalivahan Shaka and Vikram Samvat are the most commonly used eras in India. The Satavahana king Shalivahana, sometimes identified as Gautamiputra Satakarni, is credited with the initiation of the era known as Shalivahana Saka. to celebrate his victory against Vikramaditya of Vijayini in the year 78. Over time, the word Shaka became generic and came to be mean an era. The era thus came to be known as Shalivahana Shaka. Vikram Samawat, or also known as Vikrami calendar, is the historical Hindu calendar in the Indian subcontinent. It is used in several states. The Parsi community in India uses the Shahanshahi era. Now we are going to learn about historical periods. History is a science that tells us about events that happened in the past. In a broad sense, the period of history goes back to the time of the birth of our solar system. Our solar system came into being about 4.5 billion years ago. Our Earth is a planet in the solar system. So it is presumed that the Earth was also formed 4.5 billion years ago. The span of 4.5 billion years since the Earth's formation is a vast period of time. It is not easy to grasp this entire period all at once. So, it is divided into a number of stages in order to understand in a better manner. The time in history is divided into two main periods: prehistoric period, historic period. Prehistoric period. Prehistory simply means before history. The prehistoric period is a period for which no written records are available by which to write its history. Historic period. The historic period is a period for which written records are available using which we can write history. If you like this video, press like button. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. By doing this, we get motivation. Keep supporting us. Thank you.